piece after piece. That's why it shocked me when I finally heard her speak. "That'll be $6,442.52, she said in a professional tone. I whipped out my matching Gucci wallet and combed through the many credit cards. I knew which one I needed to use. I was just showing off a bit. After I handed the visa to the woman, it only took a few seconds for her facial expression to change. Her eyebrows twitched and her lips did a funny dance. I need to see some ID." "No problem," I snapped with major attitude. She stood back with her hands on her hips, waiting for me to comply. I flipped back open my wallet, making sure she couldn't see inside. I had to find the ID that matched the stolen credit card I'd just given her. My fingers touched the driver's license that read, Chanel Martinez. "Oh shit, that's me," I thought to myself. I scrambled even faster, looking for the right ID. Suddenly, I saw it. Cynthia McBride. I grabbed it and handed it to the clerk, and smiled. "Are you always so pleasant?" she asked sarcastically. "It is what it is," I shot back and turned my head. As the clerk validated my information, my thoughts wandered off. I thought about the 3 girls I had lined up to buy the clothes scattered across the counter. I had told them I'd meet them around 5 today because I needed the money fast. In all, I would make roughly $3,200 if I charged them half price for the clothes. They loved it when I came around with fancy, hot-off-the-press shit. 3 more stops like this today, and I'd have the rest of the money I needed for my trip. I breathed heavily, thinking back to how I resorted to identity theft again. I was able to give up that lifestyle after meeting Carlos, who catered to my every need. Luckily for me, I kept in touch with my old contacts. So the moment I told my girl Cheryl I needed to get a hold of some high-limit credit cards, she was on it. Cheryl was from Detroit and made millions of dollars running credit card scams and stealing other folks' identities. I remember trying to get close to her to get some extra perks, but she wasn't having it. It was strictly business. Pay her for use of the cards, then lose her contact number after that. My attention was diverted when I heard the static noise of a walkie-talkie behind me. I looked over my shoulder to see what the commotion was all about. Suddenly, it dawned on me that something was up. The woman who was waiting on me wore a grin that said, "Payback." I wondered what she really had on me. Did she know the credit card wasn't legit, or did she find out the license was fake? "Miss, we need you to come with us," a tall, slender gentleman said to me, standing about 2 yards to my left. He was dressed in casual attire, with a pair of tan khakis that drooped to the floor. I wasn't exactly sure who he was, but I wasn't going anywhere with his ass. I looked at him intently before speaking and noticed his high-top fro. "No, the hell I'm not," I barked. "I'm just waiting on my bags." I turned and looked at the woman like everything was okay. I stood firmly like I was calling the shots. "Can you finish bagging my stuff? 'Cause I gotta go." The woman crossed her hands and leaned back on the counter with another smirk on her face. I knew I had to make a move. I peeked over my shoulder once again to figure out my options. 2 guys stood outside the perimeter of the department I was in. Another stood close to the entrance to the mall. The only man close enough to be a problem was this guy looking at me with the high-top fro. But luckily, he was a slender brother and could be handled. I was 5'9" and equipped to rumble if necessary. I've been lifting weights, keeping my body toned, so my money was on me. I turned one last time, ready to leave my investment on the counter. With a quick 2-step in the direction of the front door, I barged through what was headed my way. Someone yelled into the walkie-talkie, "Suspect is on the move." That's when I knew they would be all over me. For a second, I contemplated stuffing a few shirts in my purse. Hell, I was already in trouble. In record time, I dashed past a few racks, knocking down several pieces of